Hello all ladies and gentlemen, my name is TukTukFloof, and I'm here making Spy School number 4. Yeah, 4. Wow, look at how far we've come. Especially since the last one was about like 2 months ago, but that's besides the fact. That's beside the fact. Things changed, Pyro update dropped, and things are looking down for the Spy as of right now, mainly because Pyros are so prevalent in every single pub server, and that's really the audience I appeal to the most first. And then there's definitely a competitive aspect I like barely appeal to at all, if any. So yeah, that's a fun time. So you better be running your kunais. I made a video on that. Shameless self-plug. But anyway, besides that, the Pyro update passed, the ambassador was changed, and the changes chosen were the changes that were first introduced with the June patch notes, kind of like here's what it is. And that Valve did. They were like, here's what it is, here's what we want to do, what's your feedback? And there are some things that changed with the final cut, and the ambassador was unfortunately not one of them. And that hurts me a little bit. It really does, because when you realize how bad it actually is, you really feel bad for the ambassador. You really do. Well, what they did was they made a limited headshot range. So they gave the headshot range limit, so you couldn't 102 from across the map. We're at minus 102. And they gave a damage fall off on the crits in particular. And it's not the first one that really hits the ambassador that hard. It's the damage fall off on crits that really hurts it the most. The damage fall off basically takes away the damage consistency that the ambassador had over the revolver at that range, which was like mid to long ranges. That's what the ambassador had. And well, they fucked up. That's it. There was something they were trying to accomplish, and they didn't do a great job. What I'd like to know is where they got the idea that nerfing the Spy's only good source of range would be a good idea. But all I know now is that it's in the game, it's on live, and we're forced to deal with it now. Whether we like it or not, we're in a situation where we are just forced on all platforms to deal with it. So this is both good and bad. And it's bad specifically for those who were religiously ambassador users, unlike myself. I was like at most okay with it, but I preferred other spy primaries over the ambassador. This one really hurts the most those who spent a lot of time practicing and really increasing that skill cap as far as they could on the ambassador. And frankly, I feel bad for them because it just feels like their time was wasted. But on top of that, for spies like me, and hopefully spies like you realize that the ambassador has had its time in the limelight for years and years and years. So actually having it be a step down brings up the other revolvers in a sense, and it really brings stuff like the L'Étranger, if I could ever pronounce that right in my life, and the stock revolver really into these relevant terms. And it makes the Diamondback completely overpowered and should be fucking nerfed. Why is that not nerfed yet? Valve, please send help. The Diamondback is a trash weapon. Enough about my rant, I'm sorry. But, I was thinking of an idea like, well, maybe the Ambi still does have a use, but every single use that the ambassador really can excel at, which is damage over mid-range, that's really all it's got going for it right now, is overshadowed by the stock revolver. And that's really where the problem lies, is you took a really powerful revolver and then just dropped it down to a point where it's unusable. That's not balance. That's just a banhammer right there. That's a hammer. That is not a tweak. That is a hammer to the face. Especially to those who use the ambassador, like I mentioned earlier. The real fix to this that I came up with was to just take away the damage fall off on the crit headshots. You could have the damage fall off on the body shots, but on the headshots, they should stay minus 102. That is if their plan that Valve has is to keep it in this sense where it's supposed to be a great mid-range weapon, mid to longish ranges, but can engage short range. This is the way to do it, because it'll give the Ambassador its spot, it'll give the Stock Revolver its spot, the L'Échangeur its spot, and the Enforcer still needs a buff. Just revert the Enforcer to where it was, because basically it used to be like a really good revolver, and then it just became garbage, and they're like, we'll give it a thing that will make it a lot less garbage, but it's still garbage, because it only works on like four buffs in the game, which is dumb, but that's a different video, different topic for a different video. I feel like that one should be next on the Spy School list, is the Enforcer and why not to use it. I don't know. You guys tell me in the description below. But that's really all I wanted to talk about. This video took freaking forever to get out, and it's only 5 minutes long. Nice prank, huh? But other than that, yeah, that's about it. I'll have to think of something else. I plan to have another video out this month. I do want to keep to my New Year's resolution of having 2 videos out per month. That is something I've been very avid about. That is something I've been very wanting to do. But with college coming around, it's going to get a lot harder. That's why I only limited it to 2. That is really the reason why it's 2 videos a month and not like 4 or 5. Otherwise, I'd be cranking out videos as much as I can. But I also realized I really like streaming a lot too, so I'll leave my Twitch in the description below. And that's about it, guys. I hope you enjoyed, and I would love to see you in the next video. Thank you for learning with me. This is Talk Floof. I'm out.